Hey, what's up guys? Your boy Zach's Network here, and today we're going to be talking about specifically why you should actually go and pre-order a Nintendo Switch. So, since I'm such a really cool guy that does his research, I'm going to give you 6 reasons why you should buy a Nintendo Switch. Reason number 1 is going to be first-party support. When it comes to exclusives, there really is a reason why Nintendo really is number 1. Not only do they offer some of the best exclusive games, but Nintendo games are games you just simply really can't get anywhere else out there. I mean, last time I checked, there's no experience you can get out of Mario or Zelda or Pokemon or Kirby or any of those games whatsoever if you have a PS4, an Xbox One, or hell, even a PC. Now, unless you're running a damn ROM on that shit, but you're a damn pirate. But even then, there's no possible way for you to get those games if it's in previous gen of the system releasing. Only if the system comes last gen and it's probably been on the market for 5 or 6 years. So Nintendo has some of the best creative, innovative games that you really can't get anywhere else, from their exclusive IPs to the new ways of how you play and experience the particular games. Number 2, affordability. The Nintendo Switch is actually going to be priced at a very beautiful price, only being $299.99. A lot of people initially said $249.99 would have been better, but come on, you're going cheaper. Anyone will agree the cheaper you want it. Shoot, I want my PS4 Pro to be $199.99. I mean, it didn't really give me that much of an upgrade. I wanted to trade in my PS4 right over to GameStop and say, GameStop, Sony isn't giving me shit in terms of innovative playstyles. You give me this new shit, I'll give you this old shit, because I'm not getting nothing out this. But it's still beautiful. I love you, baby. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. I'm joking. But anyways, though, yeah, guys, that's going to be the second thing. It's going to be the price. It's going to be at a price that people will actually be able to walk in the store comfortably and actually pick up the game. I mean, obviously, if you thought that $250 was a good price and you were going to get a game, that's going to be the price of what a Switch would be without a game. So if you can't afford a Switch being $300, you most likely couldn't afford a Switch at all being $250 once you had a game in. Because there's no way you're playing a console without a game. So number 2 is going to be price. Number 3 is going to be region lock. Nintendo Switch is going to be Nintendo's first console of all time to not have region lock. Meaning that if you buy your Nintendo Switch in North America, you'll be able to buy games and play games from Japan or Europe and actually be able to play those games on your Nintendo Switch without hacking your system. That could be a way to actually stop hacking. Region locking, that's one of the best ways ever. You can play whatever game you want on your Nintendo Switch, meaning the Switch can literally go everywhere. You can do whatever the hell you want with the Nintendo Switch. You can take your actual system on the go. You can play it stationary. You can even play games from other countries. So now the only thing that's really stopping you from gaming is pretty much nothing. I mean, you even have online capability, obviously. I mean, they've been having that since the Wii and the DS. But only thing that's really stopping us really is being able to go over to a friend's house that live in like Japan and stuff like that. Nintendo Switch really is breaking down barriers, whether it's overseas or even being unable to actually play our games because of that. Nintendo Switch is looking pretty damn sexy with its region-free capabilities. Something that gamers have really been asking for since pretty much the beginning of Nintendo. The other problem that we're really going to be looking at is the Nintendo Switch is easy to develop for. The meaning that once the Nintendo Switch takes off and becomes successful, based off how good Nintendo markets it, it's already at a good price, and the actual launch games are significantly better than the Nintendo Wii U. But come on, Nintendo Wii U sales are terrible. But even though the Nintendo Wii U flopped, the Switch is looking like a pretty damn successful thing. Anyone in the comment section, you better not compare the fucking Switch to the Wii U. Comparing the Switch to the Wii U is like comparing freaking, man, it's just not a good comparison, dude. It's not a good comparison at all, comparing the Nintendo Switch to Wii U. It's like comparing Sailor Moon to Super Saiyan Goku. That's how fucking OP the Switch is, man. Fucking Switch, man. Fucking Switch is going to be amazing. But that's going to be another really good reason right there. Once the Switch becomes successful, which I fucking know it will be, it's going to be a pretty damn good system. It's going to be easy to develop for, which means we can get more ports from Xbox One and PS4, which means much better third-party support. This is not going to be a situation with the Wii U, like where the Wii U had completely different architecture, and they couldn't just simply port a game over from the actual Switch to the from the Wii U from PS4 and Xbox One to Wii U, because those systems at x86 and the Wii U at Power PC, and then there's a really huge power gap. There's not going to be a power gap, a big power gap from Switch to Xbox One and PS4. Switch is said to be very close in power to Xbox One, so we can be expecting Xbox One similar visuals on the Nintendo Switch on the go. The other thing that we're really going to be getting for the Nintendo Switch is actually going to be a system that is going to be capable of giving us a completely different gaming experience. And yes, I actually have this shit wrote down. My memory's not that fucking good, my boy. Look at this shit right there. But anyways, yeah, a new gaming experience. The Nintendo Switch will be capable of giving us a brand new gaming experience that we've never seen before. If any of you guys have actually been gaming from 2005 all the way until 2017, you really will notice that the experience that you actually get from the Xbox 360, PS3, all the way into the PS4 and Xbox One really isn't that much different. I mean, a lot of people are still playing their 2K, they're playing their Madden, they're playing their FIFA, they're playing Call of Duty and all that different stuff right there. And the experience really isn't changing whatsoever. But with the Nintendo Switch, you're going to be able to game like never before. From the Nintendo Wii, the Wii U to the Switch, every experience with Nintendo has been completely different experience that you really can't get anywhere else. Meaning that if you're walking in the store and you have over $300 in your pocket and you're deciding whether to get a PS4, Xbox One, or Nintendo Switch, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna know what you're really going for, because Nintendo has a completely different experience out there nowhere else. Like, you really can't get that experience anywhere else. If you get a PC and you get an Xbox One, you can get pretty much the same exact experience, just with superior visuals on a PC and more endless capabilities, because Xbox One exclusives are all on PC. So it's like, you know, what's the point of Xbox One if all its exclusives are there? But yeah, it's pretty much the main reason right there. Exclusives, it's going to be a really big thing for the Nintendo Switch. And also the fact that you really can't get this experience anywhere else. It's going to be completely different. You can't compare the Nintendo Switch experience to a PS4 or Xbox One. And the Pro and the Scorpio are going to give you the same exact experience for the base PS4 and Xbox One. Last but not least is going to be availability. Availability is one really big thing. Being able to change your mind about something is one of the best things ever. You can actually make a decision and you can actually pull your cards to your chest. The Switch is said to actually sell out significantly fast, and the stock of the Nintendo Switch really will be limited. Meaning that Nintendo could potentially pull a Nintendo NES on us, where the stocks are really limited. I mean, of course, it's not going to be as bad as the NES. I'm really just talking out my ass and over-exaggerating. But it could end up being like the Wii, where they really end up extremely limited, because what Nintendo wants to do is they don't want to pull a Wii U situation. They end up giving too many actual Switch units and doesn't sell that well. People need to realize that the Switch is completely different. So with it being completely different, what Nintendo has to do is they need to look and they need to say, well, okay, well, this is our first hybrid system, the first hybrid system ever made out of all consoles. So we need to be very, very good with our marketing, and we also need to be very cautious of how much stocks we actually give to actual retailers to prevent the deductions of pricing and over like fluctuations of amounts of Nintendo Switches. So they really need to control their amounts of Switches, and that's really one of the biggest things that Nintendo really needs to do with the particular console. So yeah, being able to choose, rather say, yeah, I'll put $50, I can pre-order a Nintendo Switch now. Or if I change my mind, I can just get my $50 back from GameStop. Because the Switch is going to be a really good system. And as more and more information continues to be unveiled about what games will be coming up for the Nintendo Switch, for its overall launch lineup, as well as just being overall hyped about the particular system and really worrying about what particular specs the system will have, it's a lot better for you guys to actually pre-order the Switch now if you're spectacle for the system. Put easily a little $50 down if you have it. And yeah, then just take your money back if you don't like it. Or if you do like the Switch, invest all your shit in that motherfucker and just get it now. Put all your money into that thing, $330, bam. Switch is already bought just like I did. But other than that, guys, that's my 6 reasons of why you should buy a Nintendo Switch. Make sure to give your reasons of why you should get a Switch or reasons not to get a Nintendo Switch if you feel that particular way. Because after all, guys, YouTube's about sharing your opinions and having a good time. Anyways, guys, make sure to have a damn good one, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like the content, and also stay fresh.